Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the HardBody Chronicle. Thanks for joining me. I just want to say last episode got a lot of feedback on that. People reached out, so I really appreciate all of you checking in. But part of that is just not sugarcoating, living my truth, putting it all out there for everyone to see. I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. I'm a deeply flawed individual, but that doesn't mean that I can't work on things, that I can't work on myself to improve my life, improve the lives of those around me, the people that matter to me. I just want to say that I'm working on a lot of things. The work's not going to stop, but the path has been revealed to me, and I just got to stick with it. But before we get into all that good stuff, I just want to give a shout out to Papa's Apothecary. It's run by my good friend Kevin. He's an herbalist out of Bastyr University. Make tons of great products. Personal favorites of mine, beard oil and hair oil. So you always stay looking clean, looking fresh, and top of the line products over there. So please check them out. I'll put the links in the description of the video below. So again, thanks, Kevin. Just trying to be consistent with everything. I think for me right now, it's really being consistent with the things that matter in my life right now. And for the things that are important, you make time. I think oftentimes we get kind of lost in the shuffle of trying to do tons of things at once, never really focusing on any of them well enough to do them. So I think right now I've removed a lot of these things that were distracting me and making time for the things that matter, whether that's reconnecting with friends, having better connections at work with coworkers, or just reaching out and just making time for the things that matter in life. I think that's one of the things that's, I think in modern life, we don't do a good job of. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect at that in any capacity, but I'm trying. And that's, I'm doing this podcast between like things that I got to get done for today. And that's the thing though. It's just putting in the effort to set up, time everything correctly so that things do get done. Cause this does matter to me, reaching out to people, followers of the brand, and just keeping it relevant to everyone. That's a big deal to me. That's something that I need to work on. It's something I can be better at. And I'm doing that now. It's just second podcast of the year, and just trying to put out content for people, not just gaming stuff, but the podcast, which admittedly I fell off pretty hard, but we're back in it. And like I said, I'm not going to keep these too long, just maybe long enough to keep your attention for a little bit, maybe play it while you're taking a smoke break, I don't know, coffee break, whatever you want. It's all good. I don't care. But like I was saying earlier, with the last podcast was just, pretty difficult for me to actually put out. Rough time in my life, but that doesn't mean that I can't bounce back from certain things. It doesn't mean that I can't improve, that I can't learn, that I can't evolve in being a better person, living my truth. That's where I'm at this point in my life. I'm almost 40. It's time to really get things together. And, it's never too late. And that's kind of what HardBody is all about. It's just about ascension, living your truth, being the best version of yourself. And I can mess up, but I can come back also. And I think that's something that I need to accept in my brain sometimes, that I can bounce back, that I do deserve the blessings in my life, of which I have many. And it's time to give back. And like I said earlier, I've been doing a better job of keeping up with the people that matter to me in life, and focusing on the things that bring me joy. And I think, like I said, it's kind of easy to get lost in the shuffle, with work. You put in your time for the week, you come home, load up Netflix and just binge, and then just do it all over again. And I'm not trying to do any of that. Not that I'm saying you can't do that every once in a while, but it's just like, it's easy to get caught up in the routine of things. And maybe it's a routine that's not healthy or the healthiest. And I think for me, just with all the things going on in my life, I've had to take a really hard look as to what matters to me going forward. And, I've picked up journaling, and just along with journaling, just prayer and just kind of meditating on a lot of things that I need to focus on and improve upon. And it's these kind of things don't happen overnight. You just got to keep grinding and stick with it. That's really the only way you achieve any kind of meaningful change. And those are the kind of things that I've been focusing on lately. And I just want to, put that out there. I'm putting out this positive energy. If someone out there is listening or watching, and you're kind of questioning where things are going in your life, it's okay to take a step back and or even just pause everything and say, hey, look, these things, they're not doing me any good. It's time to really reassess what it is that I want out of life. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking the time to focus on yourself. And because you do need to take that time. And like I said, you need to make time for the things that are important, and you need to be important to yourself, right? Like I'm notoriously bad at that. The way I talk to myself in my brain, the internal dialogue that I have going on, extremely toxic. And honestly, it's led to a lot of a lot of issues with me. It's led to a lot of bad decisions, and I need to stop that. I need to actually care about myself. Not, the way I would listen to a coworker going through something. I need to, reflect that upon myself. Like, I can be a good listener. I can provide support. I can give advice, but I can't do that to myself. I mean, that's messed up. And that's something that I need to work on. I need to change going forward, and just kind of be compassionate towards myself. And those are the things that I'm learning. Just as I kind of go through this journey, it's going to be a long one. It's going to be a hard one, but it doesn't mean that I can't come out better at the end of it. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been focusing on lately. And like I said, just making time for the things that matter. This podcast matters to me. I'm literally between engagements right now. I got minutes, honestly, before I can break down and set up for the next thing I got to get going. So, but like I said, this is stuff I need to get done. These are things I want to get done. And so here I am setting up, giving you guys something to think about, and hopefully you guys enjoy kind of where this is all headed. Like I said, HardBody is a lifestyle brand. It's about being the best version of yourself, ascension, aiming higher, and that's a lifelong journey. That's not going to happen overnight because that's not how the world works. That's not how we work as individuals or as communities or anything like that. Good things take time, and we need to make time and put the effort into ourselves, into the things that matter. So just that's kind of where I'm at right now. I actually wanted to read a quote that I came across on Twitter of all places, but I'll just read the quote and then I'll provide some context. So it's don't ask what the world needs, ask what makes you come alive, and go do it, because what the world needs are people who have come alive. And that quote is by Howard Thurman, theologian. I like that word. Mr. Thurman here actually was a professor for Martin Luther King. So, to me, when I came across this quote, really it is about taking the time to focus on yourself, the things that make you come alive, things that matter to you. What is it that you're passionate about? What do you love? What do you love doing? And that can be all kinds of stuff. But the thing is that you have to take the time to figure out what that is. Because otherwise you're just going through the motions. You're just going, showing up for work, doing your shift and just clocking out, and then just, doing it the same thing all over again the next day. But what are you actually passionate about? What is it that gets you motivated, gets you going, gets you hyped up? And that's kind of, that quote really resonated with me, because I'm kind of in this lull right now. I'm in a low, there's highs and lows, and I'm definitely riding that low wave right now. So when I came across that quote, it's just really, if I focus on myself and I come alive and I live my truth and I just give that to everyone that's around me and just put it all out there, that's what the world needs. People need to come alive and see what they're really passionate about, things that they love, anything to, leave a meaningful existence. And like I said, it's really easy to get caught up in just the norms, the routine, and just what ends up happening is that 10 years go by and you're like, what did I do, right? What is have I built anything? Have I left anything behind? Like, how are people going to remember me? And if to me, those are the things that matter. Everyone has different goals, but those are the things that kind of pop up in my head. Like, I'm in my advanced age. That's these are real questions that I'm asking myself. And it's like, if I want certain things out of life, what am I doing to get to those goals, right? Are my actions lining up with my goals, with my intentions? And if they're not, you got to stop it. You got to come correct and make those corrections. And like I said in my last podcast, it's not just about, talking the talk, it's about walking the walk. And, again, a lot of these things don't happen overnight. I felt like I've come close a lot of the times to really kind of reaching, ascending to where I need to be. But, I'm human, I'm flawed, deeply flawed, and I slip up. But I think really that doesn't mean you can't build yourself back up again. And for me, kind of the things that I've gone through lately and just really done a deep dive as to what it is that I want out of life, how am I living my life, those kind of things. That is how I want to come alive, by making these corrections and, really aligning, the goals with my actions. And it all has to sync up. And that's really kind of what I want to put out for everyone. And that's why that quote really resonated with me in terms of just, coming across it on Twitter. I was like, whoa, hold on. Like, it's almost, it is a sign that it's like, I wasn't even looking for that kind of information and it just crept up. And you got to take notice of those things, whether you think it's coincidence or not. It doesn't matter. If you can get something from it, you take advantage of those opportunities, just like anything in life. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I wanted to be consistent, do another podcast sooner rather than later. And like I said, I wasn't going to keep them that long, just enough to keep you guys satiated for the time being. So yeah, and like I said, really, I've got a lot of work to do on myself. It doesn't happen overnight. I know that, but it's just about staying on path, staying on track, and making the most of the blessings around me. I feel like, I have such good supports. I've got so many people that have got my back, more than I even realize at times. And it's time to really give back. It's about connecting. It's about putting myself out there. It's about living my truth, being honest with everyone, being raw. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I feel like, at least for me, kind of growing up and as a, and I'm not making excuses. Just, I want to put that out there, because at the end of the day, I made choices and wrong choices, and I have to deal with the consequences of that. But I'm just saying, a lot of these things can be influenced by, how you were raised, things you have to do to get by, to survive, how to move up professionally, that kind of thing. And it's easy to get caught up in that kind of stuff because you've just been used to doing it for so long, and you stop recognizing toxic traits, toxic behaviors, things that are just unhealthy, and you just can't keep those things going, because at the end of the day, they're going to leave you, you're going to wonder, like, where are all my friends? Where's my family? They've let you behind because they want nothing to do with you. And that is not what I want for myself. And I can either go down or I can go up, and it's sink or swim time. It is literally life or death. for me, it's time to make a lot of changes in my life, implement these positive traits, positive behaviors, and just move forward with that. And just wanted to put this out there. I'm trying to keep up with social media stuff, but it's not my favorite. But I'll try to maybe upload a TikTok or something. I don't know. I'm just doing it. Honestly, I'm doing it to keep these I'm trying to just own the HardBody Ltd usernames for these apps. That's pretty much it, because I don't want someone else to grab them. So that's why I'm just squatting on them. But like I said in my previous podcast, I do have merchandise. I need to do maybe some print runs, T-shirts for sure. Might do some hoodies. But I've got some workout gear that I'm working on. Booty shorts, most def. I mean, that's mandatory. That's probably the reason I started all this, just so I could rock some personalized booty shorts. That's just me. But you know what? I'm putting it out there, okay? I'm not, that's what I like, okay? Nothing wrong with that. And if you like it, you can cop a pair. But so all that's up and coming. Like I said, just wanted to put something out there and trying to be consistent with the podcast and just making time for the things that are important to me. And that's just, sitting down and taking time to put this out there for you guys. Hopefully you all enjoy. So, like I said, check out the social medias that I got. I'm going to try to maybe put up some teaser pics. Just haven't had the time right now to do that, because I'm trying to set it up like an actual, like an actual photographer would do. I'm trying to have pro level photography skills, although I need some more equipment to actually do that, but I'm working on it. So like I said, I'm going to try to get some teaser pics out there for you guys to see, take some pro level shots of the workout gear that I have, and then hopefully soon put all this stuff online for you guys to buy. And like I said, I'm trying to just get a mix of products so that people have options, not just booty shorts. If I can make a business off of booty shorts, I would, but realistically, that's not possible. I mean, or it might be. I'll think on that some more. But anyways, like I said, shout out to everybody who's watching the podcast right now. I love all of you. Thank you for keeping up with HardBody just in general. And I just want to say blessings to all of you. I'll see you guys later.